Hi there, Jones Geckos. This is Tony. I'm going to show you how I do my mealworms and beetles. And so what you do is you have your mealworms. I bought this Sterlite tub storage container. Pretty much, I bought this at Target. I think it was $15 for this whole thing, minus all the stuff I have inside, obviously. So yeah, so I bought these. I drilled holes on the sides. I cleaned it up. So far it's really nice. It's flat surface all the way through. I'll give you an example here. So there's the pre-drilled holes I did, not very straight. I don't know if that's just me, but it could be anything. So I took a blade and after I drilled them, it likes to leave these burrs on the outside. See if I get a closer look up here. So after you pre-drill one hole, it likes to leave a burr. It's kind of like sharp on both inside and outside. So I just took a razor blade and just whoop, slipped it right off, and it came off like real nice. This is just my bottom container to where when I'm taking mealworms out, as you'll see here, I feed my geckos pretty much every other day. When I take this out, my beetles container has a mesh on the very bottom that I cut out, and that's where all the eggs will drop into the mealworm container and evolve from there. Looks like a lot of them are starting to turn into beetles down here. And one thing I like to do with the mealworms is I'll I'll put these egg cartons in here. I bought these egg cartons from a reptile expo, and they were pretty cheap. I think they're $1 each. And then I went to a candle store that shut down here in the mall in Topeka. That's where I lived for quite some time here, and they closed down and they gave me these egg cartons, but they're candle holders, so that's what I usually use for them to walk around. They like it dark, so I keep it dark in here for them. The darker you keep it, the less the mealworms pupate. I can show you what that looks like here. So I got a mealworm, and some people don't like touching bugs. Mealworms don't freak me out. It's just the superworms. They're kind of freaky. I don't like touching them. And then the roaches, same thing. I won't touch them. I use tongs. There ain't nothing wrong with it. Anyway, so here, see if it'll focus. So that is a mealworm. Fully functional, gut loaded, ready to feed. This is a pupa. It turns into that. You can get a close up on that. Put this mealworm back. So that mealworm will turn into this itty bitty pupa looking thing. And it's kind of like alien looking. You'll see them when you have your own. They're really tiny and they squirm, so you know they're alive. I don't know if you can see. Yep, there's a twitch. But yeah, so they squirm a little bit, and later on they'll turn into a beetle. And that lifespan of a mealworm is usually a couple weeks, I believe, maybe a month, and then it'll pupate. If it's shed its lifetime, and they do shed. How do you need to clean? Because there's a lot of shed in here, and that's SHED, not SHIT. So after that, I usually put oatmeal in here, and you microwave it, so you don't have that extra stuff you don't want with your mealworms, because then they eat that oatmeal and stuff. And here pretty soon I'll be switching that bedding into wheat bran. It's a lot easier to find mealworms in wheat bran, I feel like, instead of oatmeal, because they like to burrow the darkest spot, like I said. So anyway, I'll take out this tub because eggs will drop. Like I was saying, I got a few dead beetles in here. I've been doing this for about 3 years now. So the mesh in here, I can bring this closer. I'm on a stand, I'm sorry. See if I bring this down here for you. Alrighty, bring it in close. So yeah, so there's my mesh. I got a mesh plate in here. Kind of can't see. All right, we'll do it this way. So that's a mesh right in here. It goes from all angles down here, covers up 100% of space. And so beetles, I'll show you a close up. They're really interesting. Beetles I don't mind either. They're tiny, and so he don't like light. There's the beetle. He's chill, whatever. Yeah, so they'll mate with each other. I feed them organic carrots. They don't look very good. It's time to change those out. Sometimes I'll throw an orange in here. They eat any veggie, pretty much any type of veggie. I throw, maybe orange is the only fruit I've ever thrown in here, because they crave that stuff. It's what they get their water out of, and you know, keep hydrated, because you know you want to keep them hydrated. I do the same thing with my mealworms. I feed them carrots, organic carrots. I even got it labeled over here. You can see it's my mealworms. It's kind of backwards for you, but there's beetles. That's my vitamin water I'm drinking. So that's about all I do with them, and I hope you enjoyed that part. It's kind of a busy part, taking care of mealworms. It's kind of easy, but you know, cleaning is my favorite thing. That's what I do in my meantime, all day long. Even with 2 kids, I just clean all the time. But yeah, if you like, share, and subscribe, I'd appreciate it. And I'll see you on the next show.